So, welcome to Inside Movies Galore, where we are doing a test episode about the short film Videobox 2015. It was actually funded on Indiegogo by a director, Ben Finney, and it was basically about sci-fi movie inside of a VHS store that ends up meeting with the VHS movie that is right next door to it. And then lightning strikes the store and it comes alive. So, in the room with us today is my friend Tito. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Uh, Thanks for being on. So, the short film.
Well, actually, when I first looked at the movie, I had no idea what type of movie it was going to be, right? So that was kind of cool going into it without having any type of idea.
Okay?
And then I started watching the movie. Right when it starts, it showed the video store. I wasn't sure if like the whole movie was going to take place in the video store. And then once it got going pretty quick because it's a short, it's only 14 minutes long. So it was definitely I definitely watched the whole thing, right? Um,
Yeah, yeah, definitely watch the whole thing.
sometimes you get some movies and you're not like a big fan of them, but so you may shut it off a little early, come back to it. But this is 14 minutes, so I just watched it straight through. I got an idea what was going on. It was kind of like a love story, I guess, but it had a couple little twists thrown in also.
Yeah. The story of a video box it, kind of takes place inside a VHS store, as we said, and we have the main character being Zenobia, which is actually the bad guy. In this science fiction film that is supposedly based on this star which is kind of a play on like Star Wars and whatnot. So um, you kind of get that B movie feel when you're going through that. What do you think?
Yeah, well, right when it starts off, right, because it's kind of like you kind of get that noise of the lightsabers and stuff. So I was like, okay, is this going to be like a science fiction type of movie? I guess you really could because you have the dimension door, right, that they travel through a few
Yeah,
times throughout the
and
movie.
there is a dimension, and it starts because of that lightning hitting the VHS store. And I thought for being on, they already had 7 grand to start with when they began um, funding the project, and they only needed about like 3 grand more. They just missed shy of maybe $400 on their budget. So I actually thought that they did relatively well
Now I'm
for what they were able to do.
now I'm curious. All those different movie skits that play through the background when they're going to see what place and time they may end up in. Did they
Yeah,
actually film little skits, and then that's what played, or were those actually other movies that they were playing in the background?
it actually looked like one of them. It looked like it was like the last dinosaur almost, in the background. It was.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. There was a few other ones that looks like they actually made so it's like they kind of used a little bit of both, formats, stuff that was already, you know, made and stuff that they quite possibly created. So it's like they created stories within a story.
Yeah, it was like the little flashes was kind of. It almost kind of reminded me of like a mixtape. Like if you've seen the mixtapes that some people have put out, I really enjoy
Yeah,
the mixtapes myself. And but these were real short little skits because like the whole movie is just 14 minutes long, and I like that aspect of it.
Well, I like the aspect of the fact. I mean, there wasn't just a meeting of the two. There was more of a moment between Zenobius and Henrietta, the actress and actress that
Yeah,
played.
she almost had a
Yeah,
moment with the other guy as well, like the two that were fighting right in the beginning. And I
yeah,
thought she was going to have a moment with him, when she fell through the dementia door with him.
very true. And I think that the characters that they were definitely more theatrical in the respect of their acting. It was technically, yeah, it was overly done, but it was overly done in a dramatic way because that's what movies were like back then. You know, they were should I say overly acted. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. I mean, the same thing they do is if they're going to do it on a theater. If you go to a live performance at a theater, that's a tend to overact.
Oh yeah, definitely. So I'm assuming that that this short film was actually made to probably go around to festivals and um, movie producers to possibly maybe create a longer film. But you kind of get a definite feel for these characters. Um, what would you say that there is a message in this film?
I was thinking about that, but it to me, I didn't get a clear cut of a message, except like maybe kind of live your life how you want to live it. If that's some type of message that was they were trying to bring across, because remember in the beginning with her father, she like wasn't like into what he was saying, and she wanted to do her own thing.
I
I'm not
definitely kind of
sure.
agree with that. So I'm going to wrap it up here because I figured uh, there's not a whole lot that you can say about a short film, pretty much. But
But I would
um,
like to also add in there that I can tell that the people actually know what they're doing with the camera work and like the special effects with the lighting. I was kind of surprised for being a short. It was like they actually put the time into doing those things, and they really looked well to me. Good.
oh, I totally agree with that aspect. There was definitely a lot of camera moments that you could definitely see that the person behind the camera work and some of the scenery was actually kind of nice too. So like they just had the moment to pick up the camera and be like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, they could. They definitely have showed enough skill that they could do a full movie. Maybe not with this topic. Uh, they could, but I wouldn't mind seeing what else they can actually do. These guys.
So would I. So would I. I would definitely love to see um, what the what the future holds for the writer behind this. The writer happens to be a guy by the name of Ben Grattan, and he evidently had a in college called At Death's Door in 2010, um, and he's worked on a couple of other things too. But he definitely seems to have put his visual um, um, portrayal of what he wanted to do with this film. So I'm going to wrap it up here with well, did you enjoy the film?
Yeah, I thought the film was good. But it's not like I don't know if we were talking about we might be giving grades on films, or if we were going to do 1 through 5s. You know what I'm saying? We never really talked about if we wanted to grade films or if we were just going to
I
talk
don't,
about them.
I don't think that it's fair to grade films. Um, it's just basically talking about your reaction and so on and so forth. So um, whether you enjoyed it, if you noticed anything in particular. So that's kind of what I want to talk about in these little episodes.
I think it's definitely worth watching. It's just 14 minutes. And also kind of follow that guy's career if he wants to go ahead and make some full length features. I'd be a fan of that as well.
I think I would definitely say the same. And one thing I'd like to say is that a couple Christmases ago, I was scanning video or Indiegogo, and I was just so happened to throw down $100 on the campaign. So it was kind of a Christmas present to myself to introduce the credit. So,
Yeah, Christmas presents to ourselves are always nice.
so um, I mean, I know that makes me kind of biased or whatnot, but I like I like to share, some of the films that I may have actually had um, had a helping produce or whatnot, and it was just a nice feeling to get that first executive producer credit. So this is definitely a high point to be able to help this film and whatnot. I just wanted to help his view on it, and it kind of helps test this broadcast for tonight. So hopefully, folks, you enjoyed our little chat about the short film, and hopefully you check it out if it comes to a festival, or I think that right now you can check it out on video. It's called Videobox. Um, Tito, I understand that you've been on YouTube before.
Yeah, I had did a few videos before doing movie reviews. When I do movie reviews, I like to talk in what I consider like layman terms. I'm not really interested in using 75-cent words. I don't want to use words that people have to look up in a dictionary. I just want to talk like a regular, person that views films, that I can have the same conversation any day with anybody, and they know what I'm talking about. Now, the movies, Inside Movies Galore, you're gonna have Celeste on there, and she's really involved with movies. And then you're gonna have Dane as well, and he can give you more of the analytical stuff, right? So he
Correct.
seems pretty comfortable in that, and I just feel comfortable in just talking just straight. Either I like the stuff, I don't like the movies, and I'm pretty much a straight shooter. So I'm just gonna say what I like, point out some things, but I'm not gonna get analytical on it. I'm gonna leave that for more of the experts that we have inside Movies Galore.
And as an introduction to myself, basically what I wanna cover in some of these episodes that I'll be doing with my friends like Peter here and Dane and Celeste, who we'll have on the show next this next Tuesday. In fact, 9:30 Central, probably about 10:30 their time. But if you can catch us, let us know. Um, basically, what I want to cover is I just want to cover some of the aspects, how we viewed it, what were our reactions to the film at the time. If there was something that you were like, "Whoa, okay," you know, if you wanted to talk about something that you noticed in the film and see what others respond to. I mean, not all films will have something to say about because sometimes you'll be like, "Oh, I just did not like this film. There's nothing I can really talk about." But
Yeah, but see, yeah, if you don't like the film, but I still like the honest opinion. There's other people out there that they only say positives about everything, and they try to get the word out about films, especially in the indie scene. And I can understand the reason they do that. But when I talk about a film, I want somebody to, they may agree with me or disagree with me, but I just want to stay like honest with everybody. If I care for the film or if I don't care for the film, I'm gonna come across as that. I'm not gonna get like real negative on films. because that's not really where I feel I should come from. I can just give my opinion of how I feel about films myself.
Understood. Well, in any case, I'm going to wrap it up here, and hopefully you guys enjoyed a little bit of an intro to what you can look forward to in the next coming week. Now, Tito may not be on this show some weeks, so it really doesn't matter. We're here to have fun. We're here to enjoy each other's voices, whatever. So hopefully you guys enjoyed hearing what we wanted to discuss, and we'll see you guys this next Tuesday if you want to join us for a listen. Anyway, have a nice evening, folks.